everybody here knows. So look, this is really simple, correct? We're here to support Eric, but we're also here to support our vote. Because the bottom line is we cannot have these people overrun our vote. This is a certified election, and we certified Eric to be there for how long?
3 years!
Exactly. Because he's supposed to be there 3 years, suddenly now, because it's Eric, this is going to be a 1 year thing? I think not. And I want you to think about this. Not only are they usurping the election that we had, they're going to usurp the next 2 elections. Okay? By a quote-unquote simple mistake. Well, these are no simple mistakes. This is happening nationwide. This is happening to conservatives. And it's not just happening. So, what are we here for? For Eric. Right? What are we also here for? Our vote. The bottom line is our vote counts. And when our vote counts, our founding fathers didn't go through all of these things just to have things get messed up by a couple clerical errors that could have well happened, or some liberals that just want to run us over. It's not going to happen that way. So we need to get on the horn to all of our friends. It's a pretty good show up, consisting that it's so cold outside. I want to thank Sandy and the board for getting this all together, because you know what? And all of you who texted and Facebooked and all of those things, thank you so much for doing this. Lamar Madison, my buddy, we got to get him on. We got to secure this board. I look at it like this. I've said, and Lamar and I have talked. This board represents our future, our kids. This country has gotten out of the hand the way it has because we have allowed our kids all of this nonsense that's going on in our schools. We should be ashamed. Now we're here. Now we're awake. And we're awake to the fact that this is our farm system. If we don't have our kids voting the right way in the future, we're going to lose our country. It's very simple. If you want to be a good team and you want to be a dynamic team, you have to have a good farm system. You want to win 1 Super Bowl, you want to win 1 World Series, leave it the way it is and watch what happens. And we're watching what happens. So we need to secure this board. We need to get more and more conservatives on there. And I think we can do it. Can we?
Yes!
Don't say yes, we can. Thank you very much for everybody coming out. It is cold and we're going to be here for Eric. So Eric's going to be here anytime now.
Good job. Mary. Nice Paula. Oh, there she is. Grand entrance.
Thank you.
Test, test, test.
You gotta put it up to your mouth.
Loud and clear.
Up to your mouth.
This is especially disconcerting for me because I've been a poll worker for the city of
Oh, she got to the right people.
I've been a...
You got all that button down. No, sweetie.
Sorry. I've been a poll worker in the city of Kenosha for 21 years.
And you had an excellent trainer.
Yes, I did have a good trainer. But I've been a poll worker for 21 years, and after I read about this, I went and looked online at all the statutes and the Constitution and even their policies that they keep listing, like that 8330. None of it applies to this whatsoever. That policy 8330 is only in effect until there is another election, which was held a year ago. Unified certifies its own elections. They certified this on April 11th, 2022. There are no do-overs. They do not have statutory or constitutional authority to nullify or overturn the results of an election for a clerical error. You just can't do that. And if we allow them to get away with this, it's never going to end. They're always going to find a clerical error after the fact and write a policy like the one they posted. They posted on the 1st of February. I'm like, well, this is how it should have worked. Too late. That's not how this works. Our votes matter, and we are not serfs or peasants or slaves. We are citizens, and our votes matter. We support Eric.
Okay, I'm more of a camp person. Our votes matter. 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 The big thing is what we're seeing. We've got a nice crowd, but we need 3 times as many people here. Please note the new meeting time. Once again, they're doing their games. It's now February 20th at Indian Trail, okay? They like last minute BS, so we get caught off guard. Because we know we are the party and the people who have jobs. We have families that we care about and are involved about. So we have to change our plans once again. But we need every single person. Grandmas, grandpas, great-grandmas, aunts, uncles, cousins, children. We need them all out there. Because we are fighting for the kids. Alright guys, we got a little more Madison coming up this week.
How we doing? I don't think I need this, but I'll use this anyway. Hey, I'd like to thank all you guys for coming out tonight. I know, we have good weather now. Oh, this is considered good weather because anytime it's 45 or 50 degrees in Wisconsin, it's like summer. It's like springtime for us. But listen, thank you guys for coming out because we really need to support Eric Meadows. Concerning the situation, what happened. Because when you guys went out to the polls to vote, right? What went out to the public was he was running for a 3-year term. Okay? It wasn't a 1 year, it wasn't 6 months, it was a 3-year term. So we went out in good faith and voted for Eric Meadows and 2 others. Now, because they made a mistake, they make it as his problem. Let me ask you this. 3 people was running, right? The criteria was if you made the high 3s, got elected to the office. Okay? I don't care if he won by 1 vote. He met the criteria to be on the school board. Now, why can't someone else be picked to get off the school board? Why does it have to be Eric?
Amen.
How come it can't be anybody else? What makes it right for them to pick Eric and not pick someone else?
He's being targeted.
Exactly, that's what I feel. Okay? So, we have to show our support. We have to continue this fight. We can't, somebody win the school board, we think we won, and we settle down, and we think we go home and cross our legs to watch our favorite TV shows. We have to continue to stay in this fight. This fight never ends. This is the first chance we might have to flip this school board to start listening to the people of this district.
That's why they're doing it.
Okay? We have fought long 2 years, 3 years to get where we're at, and we can't go back now. As far as I know, since 2020, right? A certified election can't be overturned. Okay? The certified election, how can you, if that's the case, then certified election, I've never seen it. Never seen it, and we have had some really big issues that happened. With voter integrity, in other states, we have different size ballots going into the voting box and not getting counted. They put it in box 3. All the corruption that happened.
There's no mechanism in place. Ask Robin Boss.
Exactly. So there is no election ever been overturned and hasn't been certified in like the way it is right now. But you guys need to keep up the fight. Show your support any way you can. Let Eric Meadows know that we're here for him. Let him know that we have his back. And look, because I see all you guys out here right now, that tells me that, hey, they have struck a nerve. And they probably, they've done something here that got people riled up. And we're going to use this to our advantage. Okay? We want what's right. We want what we voted for. Mistake or not, let Eric serve out his term. And we'll do an election when his term is over. Their mistakes shouldn't be, the voters shouldn't be disenfranchised because they made a mistake. All right? It's up to, Eric should not pay the price for a mistake that the school board made, or a clerk made, or anybody else made. All right? Is Eric coming out at 6?
6 o'clock.
Okay.
6:12.
mean, they cannot run an election. This is not our first time on this rodeo.
Right.
So
It's embarrassing.
it's extremely embarrassing. And we're leaving these people. One is running that signed the whole thing that this was for a 3-year election. That gentleman is on the ballot again. He did such a fine job as secretary of the school board. Yes. So he's on again. So we the voters need to make a strong thing when we come for February 21st and vote for Mr. Madison here and have someone that has some integrity and knows what he's doing.
And we're gonna give him the matches to burn it down. That's his line. And I left out the special extra spice that I did for the Lamar. Christina's gonna speak.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys. Bye, guys.
Hi, these signs are awesome. Thank you for coming out. I'm Christine Schmeling. I'm on the school board.
Thank you.
The other one of brains.
Eric and I have been working really hard for everybody that's voted for us. We're working really hard for parents and for students. We're here because of students, and that's our first priority. And we want parents to have a voice in their students' learning. We've been working really diligently on curriculum. We face some challenges, and that's something that is we expected that, but I think together we've made some differences, and just want to continue getting parents' feedback. We stand for you. We stand for our children. Really, that's why we ran. So, and our future. I don't even have kids in the district. My kids are grown. I did this for your children, your grandchildren, and my grandchildren. So we just got to keep up the fight. Yeah. If you have any questions, you can email us or email me or talk to me now. If anyone has any questions, let them fly. So other than that, we really do appreciate you coming out.
So why can't they appoint Eric back to that position? That would be the honorable thing to do.
We can. He has to file for an appointment, so he has to apply, put in an application, and that will only give him 1 year. And then he would have to run again, which the only outcome of that, the good outcome of that would be that he would get, another 3 years if that was the term that was coming up.
And why did they pick him again? Not like
That is a great question. Why him? Why him? We don't know. It just says that they say, I don't even know who they are, the low vote getter. So I was the middle one. Rebecca was the higher vote getter. And there is no policy. There is nothing that says that the lower vote getter gets the axe.
It's made up.
Who's making
So
things
how
up?
come Yolanda didn't step down since she was the one in charge of the school board at that time?
Yeah. Wow. Did I ask a question? Just kidding. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. There's a lot of people who are responsible for that. Notice that went out that 3 people were going to be elected to the board for 3 terms. So there were human mistakes that happened, and Eric is the one that's suffering for it.
those mistakes happen before you go to the leader. That's the shady.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's the bottom line. Here's the rule that they are going to use. You all should have gotten this notice. You all should have gotten the email saying why. Here's what it says. Policy 8330, and this is a KUSD policy 8330. Here's the trigger sentence that sets this whole thing off, and everybody telling me if they can do this. Vacancies in the school board, including resignations and retirements, shall be filled following the procedure outlined below in accordance with state law. Has anybody retired? Has anybody retired? No! Has anybody resigned? No! Mic drop. End of story. The bottom line is nobody retired, nobody resigned. What they are doing is making things up as they go along. Their own policy states by resignation or by retirement. Neither one of those two things has happened. And the bottom line is what the KUSD School Board has said is we will declare a vacancy at the end of April. There is nowhere in the state statutes, and I'm not an attorney, I do play one on TV at times, and I have stayed at a Holiday Inn. Anyway, back to what I was saying. The bottom line is this. There is nowhere in state statute that says they have the ability to overturn an election, and they do not have an ability to declare a vacancy, resignation, or retirement. When you go to the board, be in hand what exactly their policy is, and by their own policy, they have to have resignation or retirement. So what do they have to have? Resignation or retirement. Has there been any one of those? No! And there's the bottom line. So folks, again, look at all these people. Look at all these voters that have come out to support Eric. And again, it's not just supporting one man, it's supporting what the Constitution, the Wisconsin Constitution, what our national Constitution has said, our right to vote. It matters, and it should matter, but it doesn't seem to matter to those on the KUSD School Board and a superintendent who I'm not really sure why he has any say-so on that. He is an employee, but I'm not quite sure why everybody's going down that route. The bottom line is, folks, we're here for our voting rights. They have no reason. So again, has there been a resignation? No. Has there been a retirement? No. How long do we vote Eric in for? 3 years. That's the bottom line. So again, thank you so much for coming out. Thank you to the Republican Party board for setting this all up. Thank you for all of those who put it on Facebook to do this. In the meantime, let's wait for Eric to get out here. 6:07. This man right here is another person that is going to be on our school board. Lamar Madison. Look, Lamar and I have only known each other for a short period of time, but I swear I've known this guy all my life. This man right here has put his heart and soul into this whole thing. He dances out on 88th Avenue with a big sign showing everybody that goes by him. This man is serious. This man will fight for your kids. This man is going to fight for his kids. This man is going to hold down the fort and make sure that Eric Meadows is our next school board president. It's very, very simple. It's very, very simple. When we get conservatives to stand in the gap, where all of this stuff is happening, we will win.
We will win.
So the bottom line is this. Make sure we secure our vote. Thank you.
How many mistakes were made and who made them? He was a campaign.
Yolanda was the president, so she takes responsibility.
But now it is.
How many mistakes were made and who made them?
That's a good question.
I want to know that.
Sure.
I want it public.
Sure.
The question was how many mistakes were made and who made them. As far as we know, we can only go off what was publicly stated in the papers. Tony Garcia, that's running for a school board seat right now, he was the clerk at the time, and he was responsible for making sure that the election was ran, the public notice went out. So they made the mistake. But my question is, after a whole year, someone serving on the board, a year went by, and all of a sudden, somebody found this, right? So one thing, it was a week after, maybe a month after, maybe we can stomach that. But a whole year, this guy served and be told that, hey, you're coming off the board, so I know a little suspect to me. I'm not a conspiracy theory by no means, but that just reeks of somebody to put their hand on the scales to get Eric off.
Isn't it
Because
also a weekend
If
to defund the
2020 told us
schools?
anything,
Isn't it once a
when an
weekend they
election
defund the
is
schools?
certified,
They voted
that's
for no to the increased budget, right? And they voted to close the school down. Wasn't it just a week before that?
Nicole Lewis,
Well, that's retaliatory. But they know what kind of power they have. They don't like it.
well, you guys see now that before COVID, right? No one really paid attention to the school board.
No.
Nobody paid attention. But with the COVID policies, it brought to light how powerful a school board member can be. Yes. Now you have 7 members that hire your superintendent. You have 7 members that fix the budget. You have 7 members that have the power to hire and fire. So you guys need to make sure you have the right 7 members on that school board. And this is what you guys are, what's why you guys are out here right now, to make sure we have the right 7 members on the school board to do what we want. Because remember the fight for the lockdown. You guys came out masking our kids because of something they felt. It was nothing about science, right? But we didn't have a voice on the school board to fight for us. It was all fake science. It was all, this is what I feel. I don't care about your feelings. I care about what actually, well, no kids dying in the streets. There was no kids being sick, but they overruled our wishes and had people on for a year with your kids. Some of you guys had to lose your job. Some of you guys, had to sit there and watch your kids suffer for a whole year trying to go to school and lost the whole year, but got behind in school. And guess what? This school board did this. This school board made you guys suffer. This school board masked your kids when we didn't have to. And when we start to get represented, we have to keep conservative representatives on the board so that our voices, even though we don't have a majority, Eric and people like Christine would at least voices all concerned. At least bring that up. Before, there was no opposition. They walked around like ducks behind each other, and they all voted and just, they already knew what the outcome was going to be, and they voted in lockstep. And now that COVID is one thing, COVID at least gave us the ability to see what actually went on behind the curtains, right? So we have to continue this fight. Eric will be out here in a minute. I know you guys are probably cold, but don't go anywhere. We'll speak out here in a second. But thank you guys for coming again. And if you have any more questions, we'll ask you, please.
Why do we want to vote somebody in as a school board member when he can't even do his job right the first time as a clerk?
We are not going to do that. All right?
Alright, here comes Eric.
You guys are amazing.
Not here.
Hold the buttons up better. You guys are amazing. CBS News is on the way. They should be here momentarily. I'd like to wait just a couple minutes until they get here and set up. Is that okay?
Yeah. We're here for the long haul.
Practice my outside voice.
Come on, Eric. We can stand up.
Pretend like you're talking to 20 kids.
everybody else can run the
While Eric's getting ready, if you guys registered to speak at the school board meeting, right?
Yep.
You got registered to speak. Remember, they moved the date, and you have to go back and re-register to speak. So don't forget, we have like over 20-some people set up to speak. So make sure you go back in and set up to speak.
So I'm guessing the cameras are going to want to be on CBS. So we should probably have all the supporters on that side, and then have you in front of the site because they're going to want to set up over there. And we're going to want to see a lot of people behind you.
Okay, everybody shift over this way.
Yes.
Right, they're pulling up right now.
Because we want them to be able to see a lot of people.
Awesome.
It's following you.
They're going to set up over there so everybody can. And if you're wrong, then we're gonna blame you, Kevin.
That's it. I want to buy one of those. I think it's like $600-700, man.
No, this is a cheap one.
Glad to be here.
Need to take some pictures of this as
Eric, got it? Hold up, my side.
She's taking a picture.
No, I am a turtle. You look like that.
No, you're fine. Yeah, you know, we do horrible things. Teach our kids.
Yeah, morals and values.
Yeah.
Love God. And yeah,
You know what? You're fine. Thank you so much for coming.
Hi! Thanks for coming back.
Hi, good. How are you? Good to see you.
You know each other, right?
Nice, we do.
Yeah, I'll let them set up. I'll be all right.
No, okay, just go right next to you. Move your stuff.
Oh, okay.
I didn't say move your stuff. Is that what you thought I said? Hey, Kevin, can you just move?
I thought you said do your stuff.
Move your stuff. Do you agree with your plan?
Good, how are you? This is amazing. This is quadruple.
You're awesome.
Most conditions.
So you went to Chicago for a while?
Takes some correction, Will. Yeah, one of his articles, he
We would love to have him on the next show. Because we're jealous. Because we got
and the poor guy, so now he's crystals when I come at him, I think. But I think he also knows I'll have his
every
back.
school board needs going forward.
So you went to 32 and then you're back here now?
I'm taking a fight on this hill. This is the hill down.
They keep fighting over you.
I know. But Milwaukee just scored. I've got another 2-year contract. I just signed it. So until 2025.
Milwaukee's better than Chicago.
He's great. I love him so Eric. Honestly, I feel like I get better stories out of him than I should.
Scott, like, I was at home eating, and I'm about to sit home with the family.
Do you want to stay out of the rain? You can go next to Kevin. Kevin, this is Kyle. Kyle, Kevin. So you want to go there? Is there going to be a stay?
Just wanted to see if you were considering a run for manager. Your name has been pretty
We're going to get the right conditions.
Because I called about trying to place an ad and never got a call back.
You know what? I texted you.
Okay, we'll discuss it after, okay?
I texted you.
Okay. tell you what, that's the reason why you put them all junk. It's like that.
Imagine all the popping there at the last minute.
Are you ready? Okay, should I face them to start? Okay. All right. Thank you for coming, guys. You guys are amazing. This is what Kenosha does on Valentine's Day. Can I think of anything more romantic?
We love our elections.
All right, I'm going to read a brief statement. Today, I authorized my attorney, Eric Cardall, Thomas More Society Special Counsel, to send a cease and desist letter to the KUSD School Board and the superintendent demanding the district halt the proceedings to replace the fine. The resolution presented by the KUSD School Board by the attorneys to rectify the situation is unacceptable, as they are forcing me to accept the consequences of their own egregious mistake. I was elected to a 3-year term and feel that the will of the people has been trampled if I am unfairly forced out prematurely by the school board appointment. I therefore have sought and retained Thomas More Society as legal counsel and have decided to contest the KUSC School Board's decision to replace me, an elected board member, with a person who is appointed by the school board. I respectfully request the school board reconsider their plan to oust me in favor of respecting the will of the people. We expect to hear from them soon so I can get back to doing what these citizens of Kenosha elected me.
Keep fighting.
That's my statement. Anything? Do you have any questions?
A few. The option obviously is there for you to apply for the appointment.
Yes.
Are you going to do that? Why or why not?
I am going to do that. I have submitted my name for consideration. I don't know what they'll do with it, but litigation is always an unknown, and I want to serve the people of Kenosha as long as I'm able to. I hope they do the right thing, though, and stop the proceedings entirely and let me fill out my time.
Can you further explain the legal proceedings that you're taking tonight?
We are issuing a cease and desist letter through my attorney, simply demanding that the district reverse course. This is not yet formal litigation, but there is a threat of formal litigation. We are demanding within 1 week that they stop their proceedings, reverse course, and allow me to serve my term. Within a week, if they don't comply with our demands, we will be filing a lawsuit. I hope to avoid that. Hopefully they will do the right thing and reverse course and allow me to do what these guys are doing.
What legally, like after a week, like what would that look like if you were to take it the next step? Like what does that look like from here?
To be determined with my attorneys. I have no comment on that yet.
How about the support tonight on a rainy night on Valentine's Day? Good baby, I'll show you.
Our kids matter. That's
Yes,
what
yes,
it is. Our kids matter.
Kenosha is awesome. I'm not a native of Kenosha. I moved here about 10 or 11 years ago, and I have found the people of Kenosha to be the best people in the country. I love Kenosha. I love the people of Kenosha. They care about their education. They elected me to help fix their education, and that's what I wanted to do. That's what I was elected to do, is to help be a change agent, to give these families of Kenosha the power that they really own in these schools, and they've been ignored for too long.
Yes.
Yes. Sure. Yes. You're running up against a deadline. When did they tell you you have to vacate your seat?
It's vacant effective April 25th.
Oh, it's not.
Supposedly.
Not legally. Not legally.
Eric, Eric, the school board policy that KUSD is relying upon is a mechanism in the event that you resign or are kicked off the board. Has either of those happened?
No, I have not resigned and I've not agreed to vacate my seat. I was told that there was no school board vote to oust me in any way. We were told by our superintendent and their attorneys that this was the procedure that has to take place. And that's what we're fighting.
Okay, today I spoke with Superintendent Dr. Jeffrey Weiss. Did you vote for his appointment?
I did.
Okay, can you tell me about how you feel about his leadership taking the reins on this issue? How do you feel about what he's done so far?
Ooh, tough question. I really like Dr. Weiss. He's a decent human being. He's worked hard for the short time he's been on the school district in the administration. I'm disappointed that he caved so easily to the will of the attorneys who gave him this recommendation. And I hope he has time to do the right thing, and I'm hoping he does. I have faith that he will.
One more question. I asked Dr. Jeff Weiss to comment about your situation. He told me today, quote, "Due to threat of litigation, I will not be commenting further on this issue." Do you know what he's talking about?
I'd like to talk about the cease and desist letter that we delivered to the administration.
Okay, thank you.
There is, yeah. I am. It's going on right now. I need to get back in there. There's 2 committee meetings happening tonight. We just finished up the budget committee, and we're in the process right now of meeting with the curriculum.
Go in there, Eric. Go
save the kids. Go save your job.
They didn't postpone it. They actually moved it up a couple of days. We had originally scheduled it for February 22nd, but due to a few board members weren't able to attend, so they rescheduled it for Monday the 20th.
And we will be there.
We're just gonna keep getting more people, so.
And they made those that registered to speak on the 22nd re-register to speak. They couldn't transfer it to the 20th, so we all had to run through and re-register.
They're moving into a bigger facility because they're anticipating a large number of people.
The voters must be heard.
Yes.
Our vote matters.
I love Kenosha. The support that I've gotten these last couple of weeks has been outstanding. I was voted with the mandate to give power back to the people. I'm not going to talk about it.
We the people. We the people.
Thank you guys for coming out.
Awesome.